buddy Travis here. We're here with a non-traditional vehicle. Usually we're doing drift car stuff. I want to highlight this pretty unique build that we did with some Link integration. This is my buddy Logan's second gen Tacoma. It's a turbocharged 3RZ, so big 2.7 liter 4-cylinder Toyota motor. Full Link control, full race spec chassis harness, engine harness, all that kind of stuff. This is a kind of a weekend wheeler, crawler type of build. It did 220 at the ground through these 43-inch boggers, which is pretty wild. So the motor's probably making 400 or so. But yeah, just a cool, unique truck that we get to utilize all of the awesome functionality that Link has to offer. Obviously, all of your safeties. This thing sees some pretty high angles when you're climbing rocks, so it's nice to have your oil pressure safeties, a lot of your temperature safeties, all that stuff, since this thing's usually not moving too fast, so the airflow's minimum. So temp safeties, pressure safeties, all that kind of stuff that Link does is super killer. On top of the logging capability, if this thing gets all bound up and we got to see something that went wrong when the truck's, you know, on its side or almost upside down at that point, then we can see exactly what's going on. So that's super sick. But yeah, super rad thing we do on the weekends. This is kind of wheeler style in Pacific Northwest, straight axle truck, tube chassis, packed it off front firewall, rear of the cab, built everything out of tube, 1-ton axles, big transfer case, gears, blockers, all that good stuff. So the interior of this truck is pretty rad. Basically this cab can come off the top and you can reskin it. Floor's all cut out and built separately. Basically a tube chassis truck at this point. Just trying to keep it looking second gen Toyota, try to keep the style in it. It's a cool thing around here in the Pacific Northwest. Everyone loves their Toyotas, especially the older ones. So yeah, a couple Sparco seats, some GPS screen in the front. That's basically so that when you're out on the trails in the woods, you can pinpoint and map where you're at for future use. If you find a cool trail, you know exactly how to get there the next time. Plus you can download trail maps on that and kind of see where you're at. It also does altitude, all that fun stuff. But yeah, we got a dash here, Link dash display, keypad, CAN keypad, all that good stuff you find in the race cars. Handbrake to keep you stuck if you're trying to do a hill climb and you want to, you know, do some clutch work. You can hold yourself on a steep hill with the handbrake. Nameless handbrake is as well, just like a lot of our drift car stuff. Lots of transfer case knobs. That's kind of a weird thing that people don't usually see. This truck has an Atlas transfer case, so it's a 4-speed box. So you have your transmission 1st through 5th gears, and then you have high and low, and then you have a secondary planetary high and low, and you can split those between the front and rear drive shafts. Sounds kind of confusing, but basically you can do high, 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 low, and low, low, or you can split that front and rear separately. So you can do low range, just off the rear axle, or low range, just off the front axle. If you get bound up in the trees, we can put it in front wheel drive in reverse, hold the handbrake, get on the pipe and spin the front end around to get out of a hole, you know. So tons of versatility there. We keep the gears nice and short so you can crawl up and down big rocks, hills, all that kind of sort of stuff. And yeah, pedal box, 2-way radios, the usual off-road kind of stuff. But yeah, obviously all of your stuff on the CAN keypad. You have your diff lock for the, this one has an air locker. So utilizing this Link CAN keypad, we can lock and unlock the differentials off this keypad, as well as run the air compressor. When you air the tires down on the trails super low, you want to be able to air them back up to drive it on the streets back to your trailer or whatnot. So we run the air compressor off this, we run the diff lock off this. Eventually we'll run the winch off of that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, just trying to make it as easy to operate as possible. Link gives us the versatility to do literally anything we want to do with controlling anything electronic in this truck. So just a super cool truck. Love that Link can kind of cover a massive range of vehicles. They do everything from your drift cars to your wheelers to all your other toys. We have some cool other toys coming here pretty shortly. So stoked to share those projects with you guys. But yeah, just Link versatility on everything. Link the world, obviously. Catch you guys later.